Hello everyone and welcome back to the Long Dark. We spent part of last time collecting everything from the plane crash at the summit, and now we're ready to make our way back down the slope, which it keeps sounding like I'm missing certain sound effects again, which is annoying, but last time it straightened itself out once I reloaded. Was able to go into an interior area and come back out again, which isn't going to be something we can do right this second, but hopefully, we'll be able to get that. I'm trying to figure, I was thinking about checking something and I don't remember what it was. Probably just debating on taking that. Anyway, so we're missing a few of the sound effects at the moment. This is kind of a weird bug. It used to never happen and now it keeps happening. So either way, it'll straighten itself out. But we can make our way back home. There's a ptarmigan right there. I've never had one right there before. It's a little foggier than I'd like it. We should be able to get where we need to go relatively safely. Guess as long as I don't get lost, which is always a possibility with me. We are doing really well so far. We haven't really been to where the big dangers are. Elements of Timberwolf Mountain can be really problematic, but, it's not always the case. It's so weird when the sound effect's missing, but I know it'll straighten out. I actually did try to reset it once and it just didn't take, so I'd like to be able to, get where we're going. And I guess that rock just looked really weird. And I was kind of like, there shouldn't be anything right there. Just looked strange. But yeah, we're going to make our way back home, carrying our unrealistic amount of weight, and kind of get prepared to go into Ash Canyon. Which there's still loads of other stuff to loot in Timberwolf Mountain. We're not done by any stretch, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like we should head for Ash Canyon and go to the gold mine and get the backpack and stuff like that, which, just kind of keep it moving. Just have to try not to get super, super lost going this way, because it's happened before, but because I always feel like we need to go this way, and I'm not actually sure that's the case, but if we get lost, we get lost. We've got quite a bit of weaponry, we've got food, we've got water, we're fine. As long as a blizzard doesn't hit, we're cool. Oh yeah, it's this way. I don't know why I always look at it. It's such a weird... I don't know. Anyway. What I think and what often is are two very different things. I think I just overthink it. Can't be the only one who does that, but here we go. Just have to remember to kind of go a different way when we're heading back in case the moose has spawned in that one area. because we don't need to deal with that right now. Considering we have taken out everything else, well, at least the bear that's supposed to be around here, since I messed up well, not messed up, but I went the wrong way last time, and we ended up facing off against that when I wasn't planning on it. Still kind of taking this at an angle just in case. Especially because there was a wolf at some point. No harm in being cautious. Especially because we really haven't even gotten that far. I mean, we still haven't done, and we haven't even started the tail stuff yet. And we have whole regions we haven't been to, so we gotta kind of hang in there a little while yet. Still very early days. And the cougar's still not active. I mean, that'll change some things once it is. I still feel like I'm going at this really weird angle. Yeah, that's another thing. We do need to take some time once we get everything back and make some fire-hardened arrows. I keep saying that, and we still don't have any. Just so we can hunt rabbit and ptarmigan with them if we want to. I mean, they're better for ptarmigan. Doesn't necessarily mean I hit anything, but okay. I kind of want to go this way because there is a rope and I don't think it's in place. And since we're carrying all this stuff around, it wouldn't hurt to put one in place. See, this is where we were before. I don't know if the bear carcass despawned. I mean, I didn't see the bear at all, so I don't think it's even here. It hasn't recovered yet. Though there was a wolf we need to be mindful of. At least before. Which doesn't mean it still won't jump scare us and catch us at a bad angle. But if it happens, we'll deal with it when it comes. Yeah, okay, here, yeah, this is the spot. I mean, none of these ropes are really, I should say most of them are really required to be there, but it just doesn't hurt to have them in place in the event of. I mean, you never know, you might need them. But I heard a strange noise. I was kind of confused there for a moment. And, we've got so many of them, and I just won't make use of them. And it does kind of offer a slight shortcut to that cargo we hadn't got to yet, which I know there's another section I always miss going the other way, but we'll come back to that. But this is the other section of that one cave. And I just have to remember the correct direction to go. I think it's this way. If I'm wrong, we'll double back. It's alright. I mean, I have a feeling I want to go the other way, but it's fine. The weather, it actually looks like it's clearing up. Yeah, I wanted to go the other way. Because I've already been here, because that's been harvested. It's okay, we'll just kind of loop around. Just take our time and we'll get there. Let's see. I hope this was the right way. I feel like I'm doubling back on myself, but I don't see any prints. Just kind of keeping an eye out, because there's a cave system right there. Kind of debating. I mean, we'll still have to kind of pop past a bear if we go this way, but it'll also give us a chance to reset that sound effect that's not kicking in. So let's just wander through here. We haven't been this way yet anyway. It's okay. There's nothing threatening in here, so there's really no harm. Except maybe to this person, since they clearly didn't make it. Which means we're carrying a lot, so I'm not really sure how much we can get away with picking up, but we'll just kind of glance through here real quick. Okay, that's where it loops back around, so I'll go this way. We're just gonna kind of see what's all here. There are so many nooks and crannies to explore. We might as well see them all. Kind of get the luxury of that on these lower difficulties. You can really explore a bit more early on instead of having to try to do it in the late game. Always get stuck on that. I think I'd remember it was there, but I always forget. Just got some wood there. It's good to know it's there, but we don't need it. Pyramids. Energy bars, more food. Not a wasted journey this way. It's not really the way we had to go. We could have gone a little differently, but it'll just bring us out to the north of the lake, roughly. Whoops. Don't need to be falling off that. That would be quite silly. I mean, there's just got to be mindful of the bear that's kind of in that area, but we should be able to avoid them. And if not, I guess we can see how that works and get ourselves a new leather pelt if we have to. We should be able to just kind of zip away from them. Actually, we can do better than that. Pretty sure, if I'm remembering the map correctly. And go this way. Guess if I'm wrong, and I'm going the wrong way, which we do actually need to pop up there really quickly, come to think of it. Don't see anything that's threatening. Oops, it's a bad angle. Try that again. I mean, this is one of the locations for the Polaroids, which we haven't found yet. But sometimes you can actually find a Polaroid up here. So it's worth just taking a second and seeing if there's anything up here. Since we're right by it, there's no harm. Let's go ahead, we'll pick up this wood as well. Ptarmigans. And there was a Polaroid, but it's for where the summit. We were just there. And I know we were always gonna have to go back because of that. So at least we're better prepared for next time. So we have one more Polaroid to find for this area, and then actually use them, and we'll be filling in quite a bit of the map then. I don't know why I'm taking it at this angle instead of going back the way we came, but I guess we'll go this way. No harm really. It's not as steep as some areas. And there's nothing around, so I can just go ahead and put that down for the moment. And we'll use yet another rope here.
Doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Yep, I was pretty sure sometimes you get a bear that walks that way, which is the bear that's in the cave, one cave that it just has a large radius of travel. So I guess going this way is trading several bears for, anyway, it's all good, we'll be fine. Let's see, there's some perfect good burdock here. We'll go ahead and we'll harvest this. A lot of sticks, no harm in picking up sticks. Got a revolver, there's often a revolver right here. More times than not. Let's see. It's one of those objects you can't delete and have deleted anyway, so might as well just leave it. I can't tell if the fog is rolling back in or not. Which if it is, I don't really want to dilly-dally too much. They should drink something though. That was all of our water. It's okay, we've got some sodas, so we're not in really bad shape. That's not the weapon I wanted. I wanted this one. Just kind of debating which way to go. I mean, the bear is going back that way, but it's so tight. Getting through there, I'm not sure if we can successfully get around said bear without triggering something. I mean, it's not exactly impossible, but I think we'll just go this other way. It should be fine. Still gonna have the rifle out just in case. Which, I mean, it's not a guarantee that, you're not gonna get mauled either, but, false sense of security and all that. And fog's definitely rolling in more. Hoping it was clearing out. I mean, in some regards, it looks like it's fading. It just kind of had a blip moment. Keeps you guessing sometimes. Still don't want to dilly-dally too long because energy is very, very low. See, there's a wolf there. Just to be expected. I'd like to not deal with them, but might have to. Just keep switching weaponry until I decide what I want. Okay, they're not facing us, so maybe... As much as they're turning around, I just don't know if I can get past them. So far so good. Of course, I think now I'm too far this way because I was... Okay. Just don't see anything I don't want to deal with, so hopefully we're clear. Okay, this has gotten a little risky on my part. I really should have been a little bit more cautious than I am. The only thing to worry about is now I can't sprint at all, so there's no putting distance between me and things at a rapid rate. But we should be able to get back without any issues. We should. It's just down to where that bear currently is that wanders through here. But maybe we can just not end up in their path. And if we do, we'll do the best we can. Just gets a little nerve-wracking sometimes, but I mean, I don't know what I'm so worried about. I mean, we've got a lot of defensive capabilities and really good gear. It's not like it could be a lot worse. And even at that, I mean, we really could survive 2 maulings and be sort of still alive, so I just would rather that didn't happen. If I had a preference. But as long as we're careful, we should be alright. Just wanted to make sure I could see this, because if we just come right up on them, I mean, they're just gonna come after us without delay, so we don't really want to do that. You should be okay. Generally don't have the bear this far down, so wherever it was in its little trek, it wasn't around here. It might have been sleeping in its cave. Sometimes they do take naps in weird places too. But as long as we don't run into a pack of timbers, which is a possibility around here, we should be okay. And we can see home, we're almost there. Just didn't take care of my energy level quite the way I should have done, but I mean, it's not going to be detrimental as long as we get there in one piece. Yeah, there are timbers over there now, but they're just over there, so as long as they stay over there, I'll stay over here and we won't have to deal with it, you know. But they are actually in the way of going to Ash Canyon, because Ash Canyon is that way. Well, I mean, unless we circle back around and go through the deer clearing cave, or the cave by deer clearing. It's not actually the cave, it's the one by it, but we'll be here for a little while, so no fuss. I mean, we're doing really well. I say no fuss, but I'm fussing. I constantly fuss. You should see me on higher difficulties. I even fuss even more. Okay, whoop. I don't know why I didn't put the weapon down. Okay, there we go. Let's just take a second. I need to put this bear pelt down because it was not done curing yet. It's only halfway done. And we've got a few more saplings that still need to cure, and then we've got a wolf pelt that's done, deer hide that's done. Let's eat something. Kind of get our meters up and we'll sleep a bit. Just a little bit and kind of get that up, and then we'll kind of glance over everything and see where we're at. Just sleep for 2 hours and kind of just at least get us out of the losing health area. That's a little better. The weather's still really nice. We'll drop the extra food here. I'll have to sort things out better eventually, but we're not going to be staying here forever. So, I mean, kind of get some of the stuff down. Definitely gonna have to get some more water because we're pretty low. We don't have any actual water. Water. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, drinkable water at the moment, we're down to sodas. But that was most certainly a worthwhile journey to travel that far, and we still have an extra rope, which it goes in that one other spot, but we don't need to be carrying it around. I should have been carrying it around the whole time.
I'm tired.
Let's unload that. Okay, that puts quite a bit of stuff down. And we've got a whole lot more of things. And our clothes we're going to have to just put somewhere, and we've got enough stuff to start a fire here, which we should do. I can't remember if we did. Yeah, we used that one. Just kind of start one easier. I mean, I really should light a torch and do it that way and make our matches go further, but I'm being frivolous. I'm kind of being flippant about it. But at least we made our way back down the summit, and I mean, we've still got plenty of other things to do. Kind of getting heavy-handed on the wood there. Sorry. Whoops. I know what I was trying to click, but it's not what I actually did. Okay, this is all the stuff we have here at the moment. Well, okay, at least that puts that stuff there. We don't need to be carrying all of this. We don't need all these matches with this either. Whoops. Kinds of mistakes and misclicks today. Okay, that puts that down quite a bit, and we'll put some of this medicinal stuff in here because we don't need all of it with us. I didn't want to transfer all those. I want to keep some of them. Okay, that puts that in a much better thing. And if we do this, it'll delete these ones that are broke. Okay, let's take just a second. I mean, we have the fixings for quite a few arrows, as well as a rabbit skin hat. What does it take to make the traveler? Okay, we have enough for that aside from the cured maple saplings, which should be done relatively soon. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait until we can make the traveler. That was the other thing I wanted to look at. The wolfskin coat requires 4 wolf pelts, and we have 2 that are cured at the moment, which means I can set this one down. I don't need to be carrying it around. So we need 2 more. And I don't think we have 2 more. I know we left a few things in that one cave, but I think that it still doesn't make enough. Let's see, what do we have? And we can, how much time do we have? an hour, so we can do 2 of these. I thought it was blizzarding, the wind just picked up. Very similar sound. And we'll do 2 more. That gets quite a bit of water, which we still have. I really should, since I overdid on that, we should throw a stick on there and maybe we can sleep for an hour. Do it again. Sleep for another hour. And we've got boiled water, so okay, we're covered with that. So we'll just have some cattails. Since they're right here and they're easy. Drink some water and then get some sleep. Just kind of weighing the pros and cons of a few things at the moment. I mean, I wanted to make some more arrows before we try to head to Ash Canyon. And make the Traveler. I just kind of wish we had the wolfskin coat like made. But we don't. We could always just kind of hang here a little bit, get some fish if we wanted to. But we don't actually have to. I always forget which way the door opens. Yeah, because those timbers are still over there. Which, I mean, we could go all the way around to kind of get away from them. But it would just be so much faster to be able to go straight. But we shall see. Okay, these are cured. So that leaves us, how many arrowheads do we have? We have 5, and we need to make a couple shafts for arrows. We'll just kind of spend the day kind of working on, yeah, that was another thing. We needed to make another survival bow, because the one we have is a little sketchy. Which we don't have an extra sapling for that here. At least I'm pretty sure I don't have one tucked in here somewhere. Okay. Let's take a second and consider this. I mean, it's still at 14%, and I think the Traveler is going to end up being more helpful. Especially if we decide to go hunting. We don't really need to, but I like to be prepared, so that's what we're gonna make a couple arrows. Yeah, we're just gonna spend the day kind of working on a few things. Just kind of take our time, and it looks like the weather's thinking about turning anyway, so plus if we give it a day or two, maybe the timbers will move on. And we won't have to even deal with them at all. And if they don't, well, I mean, we can always use the extra wolf hide. I guess I'm just giving them opportunities to get out of the way. that gives us quite a few arrows. We're going to just go ahead and we'll leave those shafts in here. I mean, that gives us 11 arrows, which is pretty good. I mean, it's more than I was hoping for. I don't know why I'm using up so many cattails because they never go bad. I really shouldn't do that. I should put them away. And we should be eating things like this airline chicken. Okay, now then, we're gonna make the traveler. Actually, we can also take some time and make a rabbit skin hat. Yeah, there's a few things we're going to just take some time and see where we're at. I don't know if we can do the whole thing right this second, but we'll try. Yeah, we've got enough time. I'll go ahead and we'll do the whole thing. So we now have the traveler, which is kind of overpowered in some regards, but oh, it's gonna aurora. So yeah, we'll have like radioactive looking timbers. It's always a nice view though. We can safely look from here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll spend another hour and work on hat. Just kinda, I always like to look. This one usually ends up being very green. Okay, let's eat a little more. Which, with the way the light is at the moment, there's really nothing stopping us from doing another hour on this. And then we'll sleep. We're on 19 days. It seems like longer for some reason. Probably because I've been trying to fit as much as possible in a short amount of time. Not really sure it's bright enough to work on anything, but it'll tell us. Let's just see if we can work on this a little more. Actually, we can. That's cool. Okay, so we have a little over 3 hours left. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to try it. See if we can get it all done. There we go. And we have a rabbit skin hat. Kind of just debating. I mean, you get more defense. It's roughly the same and everything else, so we'll just double up on those and put those in there since I hadn't. Just kind of glance at the weather. Looks like the timbers are gone. That's a regular wolf now. I'm just not sure about this weather though, because this looks like it could go to blizzard any moment. And I don't really want to be, Ash Canyon is very exposed to getting there and back. Well, you know, at least to the first area. Eventually getting to the cabin that's up that one. But so yeah, let's just be rational about this and take our time. We don't really have to be there right this second. Keep trying to pick. Okay, there we go. Let's just see. We've got... we could start a fire, which I need to remember to pick these up. We could start a fire and make some fire-hardened arrows. Which we could use a few more sticks. So hang on. We're gonna just kind of stay close to home and see if we can pick up a few sticks. We'll make some fire-hardened arrows just because we really should have them for ptarmigans. That they're just an easier way to take on ptarmigans. At least at the moment. Maybe they'll change that mechanic eventually, but at the moment, that's the way to hunt ptarmigan. And it doesn't hurt to be as prepared as possible for Ash Canyon because it's kind of a harsh one. We've got really good gear, so the temperatures really shouldn't bother us. But it just doesn't hurt to be prepared. There's no such thing as over-preparation in this game. Only hubris. Okay, we're good. We need to actually start the fire now. Which I really shouldn't be so flippant with my matches. We're gonna go to Ash Canyon, and Ash Canyon has loads of matches for lower difficulties. Like, there's so many matches. But let's try to be a little responsible. And pretend like we're going to survive a very long time and we need to be prepared. Which, actual preparation would be things like, using the mag lens and things like that, but...
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
And we'll just throw coal on there. It doesn't matter. It's all good. And let's just make 6 fire-hardened arrows. 12 would be even better, but which we could do. We have enough. Let's just be over-prepared. Oh, I can't. I don't have enough sticks. Okay, hang on. Just fog. Just fog, okay. Any more sticks? I didn't count how many that was. I think I should have. It wasn't that many. It's okay. We'll just pop back and look. Need one more stick. Looks like there's a stick up here by this large stick. Actually, there's two. We'll take both of them just because. Okay, we are super prepared with stuff now. We've got fire-hardened arrows, regular arrows, we've got weapons galore. But it is very, very foggy at the moment. I mean, it could be worse than that, but I think we'll wait. We'll wait till tomorrow, and then we'll go try to see her in. Did I start any? Yeah, I started this one. Yeah, and the fog hasn't broke all day. Sorry about that. My cat decided that being on the desk was a good idea, and it really is not ideal for this game. Just trying to get her off, so it was... Yeah, anyway. We've got everything pretty much set up. I mean, we're still carrying more than we really need to in some regards, but I mean, that's true for every time I play this game. I always have to be over-prepared and carrying too much, and... You know, that classic hoarding ability that can happen. But we can put some of this stuff, we'll just stick some of it in here because we don't need to be carrying birch saplings right now. Or really, we don't even need the scrap metal. Okay, let's see if we can... Okay. I'll still have a little time left. We can put it to use reading something. Probably one of these the cooking books would make most sense. See if we can read a little more. It's very clear out tonight. Okay, we are prepared. I mean, aside from we need to get some food to take with us, and we need to get our meters in a little bit better shape, and it's still too early. The goal today is to get to Ash Canyon. Just gotta get the food situation in hand, which we'll grab one of these. We'll have some crackers. Drink a soda so we can get our food meter all the way up, and we'll try to take a few things like the energy bar and some jerky. I mean, we can always do a little hunting if we have to when we're there. So I'm not really super fussed about that. I mean, thankfully we can get away with being a little bit more flippant with some things. Of course, it's still too a little dark. I don't really want to go quite yet. So let's see, what book were we working on? Yeah, we had 1 more hour left on this one. That's better. I mean, we could sleep another hour, but it's not that bad, and we can see. Being able to see is the big thing, at least for me. And we don't have to worry about the temperature at the moment because we have really good gear. I mean, it's going to get colder when we get to Ash Canyon, but it should be quite alright. But I need just a second to make sure I actually hit record on that, and I'm not really sure. Yeah, we're okay. We're good. I just had this moment where I had to make sure that I was recording before I started doing too much. And, and I don't really want it to save somewhere, and here we have a whole section missing because I can't go back. It is one of those days. I really probably should switch. I mean, you can take on a bear with a bow. I mean, interlopers do it all the time. I'm just being a little extra cautious. I'm a little concerned that I'm going to be making a lot of mistakes today because I don't feel 100%, and I found that I tend to make more mistakes when I don't feel well. But that being said, if I don't do this today, there isn't going to be a video up right now, and I don't really want to do that. I don't want to delay it. So I guess we get some bonus if I'm making too many errors. There's the bear. He's just right at his cave. I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to assume and walk right into him. But yeah, so I mean, I guess it's like real survival plus a game. Not every day is going to be perfect, but we should be alright. I mean, Ash Canyon does present a few challenges, but we should be alright as long as it's a matter of, being mindful, taking our time. We are getting close-ish. I don't remember the exact numbers in terms of having the cougar spawn. But I think that appears, I think in Ash Canyon it's probably actually in the way in terms of one place, but we'll deal with it when we hit there. We might be able to easily avoid it, and if we can't, we'll see. Maybe we take it on or get the cougar claw knife or something. If we survive it, and if we don't, we'll we still have 3 chances, I guess. Try not to make such errors, but they do happen. Let's see, if I remember correctly, it's this way, right? Not that way, it's this way. Oh, well, if I'm going the wrong way, we'll have to double back. I slightly feel like I'm going the wrong way, which happens a lot more than one would think. Yeah, this stone's not changing color. Hold on, we're just gonna commit to this for a second because I don't want to be... I feel like this is the... Yeah, we're going the wrong way. I do that all the time. We want to go this way. At the very least, you can watch this and learn what not to do while playing. And, I mean, thankfully this is a difficulty that is a little more forgiving for when I'm getting lost and making such errors. And we've all been there. I imagine even players who are really, really good at this occasionally go the wrong way. Probably due to fog or something like that, but doesn't take much on a clear day for me. Probably don't need to still have this out, but it's just kind of here, so... Yeah, see, I should always look because the stones start to change colors. Get that kind of rusty color. I don't know. Would you call it rust? I always kind of think of like rusty iron. And there's what we were looking for. I just went the wrong direction. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick these up though while we're right here. Because I'm gonna probably go back the other way and come out at the cave at Deer Clearing instead of doubling back this way, more than likely. I mean, unless the cougar's active or something, we might change our plans, but at the same time I don't really want to change my plans. I like to kind of just do a nice loop. And we didn't get the cutscene, so it's clearly not active yet, because to my knowledge there is not a cougar in Timberwolf Mountain. Don't take my word at that though, because I just don't remember. But this is Ash Canyon, and it is actually slightly clear today. Usually it is super, super foggy. Kind of taking us this way. I'm gonna get it. Whoop. Kind of got stuck there. That's what I was looking for. The moose. Did not want to accidentally walk into his path. Oh, I spoke too soon on the fog. I jinxed it. This is a very foggy map. Happens often. Seems to be quite rare to actually get a day where it's clear. Especially when you can stand up on the high vistas and you can't see very far. But it's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the little kind of goat, what do they call it? The goating method. We're gonna end up goating upwards instead of downwards. To get to... Man, this is getting foggy quick. Gotta try to pay attention. I know there's some wolves possibly around here. Might end up with a few surprises. But if we can kind of do a little shimmy and get up without the rope, and we can go the long... We can kind of go up and around and go that way instead of having to traverse through quite a few. Well, maybe not quite a few walls. Ooh, those are timbers. Oh, they're in my way. Why are they in my way? Darn you, timbers. It's probably the same ones that was blocking me before and I was waiting them out. Okay, I have to go this way to get to the point to do the little shimmy. Alright, we're gonna take a risk. Wrong weapon. Oh, we've been spotted. All right, come on, wolfies. That was a bad shot. Okay, I've lost sight of that one. Yeah, this is not me not doing very well. Yeah, this is me. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. That's what I wanted to do.
Perfect.
All right. This is what not to do with timbers. And we've started a fire, and that broke their morale after wasting so many shots. That was so undignified and wasteful of an important resource. I got a little bit arrogant with that one, I'd say. Okay. That being said, next time we just start the fire and we use that appropriately instead of trying to go in guns blazing. That just does not work, at least not for me. Lantern fuel, okay. After that, absolutely how not to handle that sort of deal. I don't actually know where any of them went either. I'm not worried about they shouldn't recover right away. I just don't really, the pitch they make when they run off is kind of, it startles me often. Makes Black Rock really fun. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, next time we run into some timbers, we're going to try to do it the correct way instead of that mess. But, you know, we survived it. I mean, it just wasn't very epic in appearance. It's much more discombobulated than I would have liked it. This torch is gonna burn out. I mean, I really was just holding it for the sake of it. Make me feel better. Okay, we're gonna end up injuring ourselves doing this, but it's faster. Hopefully I can do it correctly on the first shot. I have made mistakes with this before and not lined it up right, but I mean, on the right side, you can only get 4 sprains. More than that, they don't stack. So there's one. There's 2. There's 3. 1 more to go and we'll have the set. Oh, there we go. Got all 4. Well, I think we lost too much altitude there. That was me. We'll find out. Hopefully I didn't just completely ruin that. I'll have to start over.
Ow!
This is kind of such an awkward way to do this, but it does save some time when you do it right. Of course, when you do it right is the key phrase there. Hoping I got it.
First aid soon.
And looks like I got it. We're so close I can see. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Whew. Now that I'm really lamed up, but it's okay. We can actually sleep off sprains instead of using our resources to fix them. Which I think I'm gonna do that because I wasted so many shots at those timbers. I really wasn't very good about my resources with that, so we'll just kind of limp along. We should have a rope in here since there wasn't one at the little ice fishing hut, or what was left of the ice fishing hut. There should be one here. Right there it is on the floor. Okay. But what we're going to do is get the rope in place. That way we don't have to do that again unless we want to. There's probably some ptarmigans here.
That smarts a bit.
Which I don't see them. No ptarmigans.
I'll make it.
Wait a minute. This rope is here?
Ow!
That rope is never there. I can't believe I did that and the rope was in place. That is never in place. I feel like that's like seeing a unicorn. I have never had that rope in place before. Okay, so yeah, I did all that funky climbing and injured myself purely for no reason. And on top of that, for added humor, we could have actually completely bypassed the timbers. I'm doing such a great job. I've never had that happen before. Okay, that being said, we'll just loot the exterior of this. See what we can find here, and we will rest a bit to get our energy at max, and we will do the second part of the climb, which we should only have a handful of wolves in our way, as well as Boris the bear at Miner's Folly. He's always there. Well, I should say always there, like that is his spawn point, but I have had the occasional time where he hasn't actually spawned in. But that is where he's supposed to be. But I would say that he is there more than he isn't there. I think the only time I didn't see him was on a very lucky interloper run. I think the game was taking pity on me, actually. But hey, you know, we're still alive. I mean, yeah, that was kind of a really awkward way to handle timbers and wasn't... You know, it only happens like that when you have witnesses to it, but I think it's pretty obvious by now that I'm definitely not a perfect player, and we're still alive, you know, it's not like it didn't even take our health down that far, and we're 100% healed now. I mean, we still got quite a few hours left in the day, but I should check the weather first. And it's foggy, but it's been foggy. We should be fine. I can't believe that was actually, that rope was in place. I get so used to it not being there. I mean, I didn't even know there was a dice roll option for that to appear. Well, as we continue our journey to the gold mine, well, that's cool. You can get rocks that'll fall off like that. Interesting. I like these little ambient things that they added. Oh, we managed to do that in one, but barely. Okay, and bow out because I think I remember having a wolf around here that was not there before. That or my paranoia is getting me the better of me, but you know, we're just going to be somewhat prepared and hopefully not make an error. But I mean, I guess we do. I mean, we are at 100% health, but sorry, my finger slipped off that. But yeah, we're at 100% health. I mean, we're like I said, the biggest risk at the moment is getting around Boris, and usually that can be done relatively easily. I'd like to just avoid him. I was thinking that there was usually a campfire back there, and I didn't see it. Though I could be a little turned around. Which, by now, that happens a lot. I think since these are up here, we're gonna take them. I mean, I know we're gonna need some uncured birch saplings for the trader to make the, I think it's the bushcraft bow it's called. It's the upgraded bow version. But I think I'd rather have the extra saplings at the moment. And these are just really, really far out of the way up here. Yeah, here's the campfire. I was just really ahead of myself in terms of where it was. There's actually a lot of good loot. I mean, I didn't need another climbing rope, but plenty of those in a hacksaw. As well as a snare, which is nice. Let's see, we want to go this way. Yeah, I am so surprised that rope is in place. I can't remember the last time I've actually had that happen. Certainly not enough to actually think to check before doing the climb the way I did. Oh, and that's not always smooth sailing regardless of what you're doing, so you know, we're still alive. Just gotta perfect a few things when dealing with timbers. Actually hitting them would help. But thankfully, I mean, if we just kind of save up a few odds and ends, we'll be able to go, more than likely, well, we'll be going anyway, but to Bleak Inlet to the cannery, and there's a word, you know, let's see, what are they, the ammunition bench, that's what I wanted to call it. That's there, and we'll be able to make some more ammunition. I mean, it's a limited resource compared to other things, but I guess I'd rather lose bullets than I would lose arrows to them. Which, I mean, you can make more, but it's just not as convenient at the moment. But so far, so good. Just a few little hiccups. Still not used to a few of these textures. I think it was the extra snow that's been added that makes this look really different. Can of dog food, yum yum. It's probably too foggy, but we're gonna go ahead and we'll see if it'll work anyway. Oh no, it did work. It's kind of must be right on the line of too low visibility and not. Which it can stay this way. I don't need it any foggier because we need to be able to get past. I should say we need to be able to get to the foreman's retreat, I think it's called. Either way, it's that cabin that's got a place to cook and stuff. Switch to the rifle just for my sense of security, which isn't worth much in some regards. Got little matches there. Okay, and we just walk straight. These bridges are kind of, they were really well done in terms of being really rickety looking and spooky. If spooky is really the right word I want there. Certainly the sort of bridge I'd never want to have to walk across. Okay. I heard a deer. I think that was a deer I heard in my ear. Whoop. Oh yeah, right there he is. Rather have a deer than a bear. Okay. Actually quite a few deer. I'm purposely trying to push them in that direction because I can't see over this hill. And if they get too close, if Boris got too close to them, they would run. So it's kind of helping me see. Which there is a lot of food up here. Look at the rabbits. There's deer everywhere. Look at all the deer. Wow. What is that? 7, 8 of them? Okay. Boris will come from that way if he's here. And I don't see him at the moment. So we should be okay. If I'm wrong, we get mold. Hopefully not wrong. Woodworking tools. We can make fancy furniture now. Always cautious. Don't really need to pick up all this, but we're going to. Still just deer over there. Okay, and this is the cache at Angler's Den. I saw a backpack right here. More dog food. Just go ahead and we'll loot this while we're right here. Just collect everything, and then what we don't need we'll just leave in the foreman's cabin. Yeah, I think the general theory is always loot first, and then you can question it when you're in a safe place. So we'll just take everything we can. Okay, I'm gonna just be proactive just in case. I still don't see Boris. Sometimes you can get a large, like a couple wolves up here, well, at least over there, but with the amount of like deer and stuff at the moment, it seems to be quite serene. This is actually enough to kind of lull you into a false sense of security. It's so nice. I mean, I could see in moments why someone might want to have their base up here when the weather, when it's nice like this. Of course, I say lulling into a false insecurity, and I'm wandering around without a weapon out. It's a deer carcass down there. Another hatchet. Yeah. I mean, we're probably not going to travel any further today because it is going to get dark here soon. So it doesn't mean that Boris isn't going to make an appearance. But we can just kind of regain some energy while we're here. And get the recipe for ranger stew. It's another one. I think the majority of these are all like level 5 cooking recipes. I'd have to look. I think there's a few that like the pancakes. I think that's 4. But I always collect the recipes. It's kind of a fun little thing to pick up. We've got some potatoes and some broth. And oops, I don't want to destroy the table. Let's see, I think we pretty much got everything. Just doing a double check. Maybe we could do a little cleaning if we really wanted to and kind of make this a little bit more of a nice place. Which I guess depends on the weather. If we get snowed in or something, we'll might see about doing something else. But in the meantime, it's as good a place to sleep as any. And we might as well have some dog food since we've got the can opener and gotta eat something. I really do need to actually get in the habit of cooking more though, because our cooking skills aren't going to go up for not cooking. But we'll get there. Okay, so let's just take a minute and see what all we've picked up with the clothes. Which there's actually been, like, the old-fashioned parkas are quite nice. I mean, just to at least have them repaired and as backup clothes. Like, there are certain things that's like just in case we have these sort of things. There's a few things that it's really just not worth keeping at this difficulty level. You know, because we get things like the fisherman's sweater and things that don't actually spawn on, like, interloper. I think those, I don't remember what, the thin sweaters, it's not this one, it's like the thin one. The thin wool sweater is like gold on such a high difficulty, and someday I'll be celebrating over that, but right now we don't have to keep the stuff that we don't need because we have a plethora of loot. And you can always say that I said that if we ever get lucky enough to hit day 1000 and all of a sudden I need something. Though I have yet to manage 1000 days on anything. Usually I get distracted by then, but this is, I mean, the last time I think I did like 300 days on Voyageur, and then I got arrogant and I froze to death. It wasn't even a mulling. I froze to death because I was out in the snow, my clothes got slightly wet, and I did not make it through the night, and I was just arrogant. So, hopefully we can go further than that particular one and not be arrogant. We shall see. Hubris definitely is a factor in survival. Okay, and we're at least well rested now. I do think that seems to be a good stop point for this particular episode. We'll pick it up with the next one as we make our way to the gold mine and get the backpack and the crampons. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I will happily see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves until then.